Every once in a while, a game comes along that defines a platform. Sometimes it's because the game was so good it defied expectations, other times it changed the future of a particular genre, and then there are those games that define a platform because they highlight all the best features of the console they're released on. Now the latter is the case with TearAway. It defines the PlayStation Vita because it makes perfect use of all the unique features the Vita has to offer without ever coming off as gimmicky or forced. It's the Vita's first true killer app and is easily the best game currently available on the system. Conceptually, TearAway is brilliant. Players take on the role of either a male or female envelope. I played as the male named Iota. Both characters have the same goal, to make it to the sun. Now what's unique is that you, as in the real you, the person watching this video, are located in the sun. And this is thanks to the front-facing camera of the Vita frequently showing video of your face as you play the game. Iota is on a mission to tell an exciting story about how he managed to reach you. He's not in this alone though. Being an outsider partaking in his journey, you have the ability to constantly alter Iota's world by using the back trackpad to pop your fingers through the screen to help him make his way through various obstacles. It's a genius way of seamlessly bringing the real world and the game world together. There will be times where you have to record snippets of your voice, other times where you have to take pictures of your surroundings, and so much more. Each time you do this, the lines between the two worlds blur just a little bit more. It's incredibly good fun that justifies each and every feature on the Vita. The link between the real world and the digital one is further enhanced by the stunning graphics. Instead of going for the ultra-realistic, Media Molecule went for something that could actually take part in our real world. This is because the entire digital world is entirely made up of paper. With a stick of glue, some crayons, and a good imagination, you could actually build TearAway's entire universe here in the real world. If that weren't enough, virtually everything in the game can be customized. You don't like the way Iota looks at any given time? Not a problem. You can add a whole wide variety of different objects, colors, and whatnot to his face, body, and more. There's even a paper crafting mechanic built right into the game whereby you select from a wide variety of color paper and draw whatever you want. Cut it out, add unique items to it, and then bam, bring it to life within the game. It's pretty amazing stuff. Even with all these different functions, it wouldn't really matter if the platforming was crap, but in this case, it's top notch. Each of these different interactive areas that I've already mentioned only enhance what was already there to begin with, a rock-solid action platformer. The first half of the game blends simple platforming and action, but later on the difficulty ramps up quite significantly and your jumps have to be extremely precise. One area that a lot of Vita games suffer from is their lack of portability. Most games on the Vita are simply watered-down console games, and often it shows. Their levels or missions are far too long to be of any use while gaming on the go. That can't be said for TearAway. Here, levels take maybe 15 to 20 minutes to complete, however, the game auto-saves every 15 to 20 seconds or so, meaning you can close the game at pretty much a moment's notice. Load times aren't long either. Except for the initial load, when you first boot up this game, you're never going to notice any load times whatsoever. And the entire game can be completed in only a few hours, but if you want to locate all the different enemies, all the gift boxes, and all the confetti, it'll take you at least a dozen hours or so. Finally, the lines between the digital world and real world come full circle with the inclusion of printable origami templates that you can find in-game. As you traverse the 3D world, Iota will locate white-shaped objects that when you take a picture of using the in-game camera, you will unlock said template for the real world. And I really thought that was a really nice touch. Overall, TearAway is hands down the very best game on the PlayStation Vita right now. I absolutely adored it. The way it blends the lines between the real world and the digital world is just spectacular. I also loved all the different ways the Vita features were put to good use. Like I said already, it never comes off as forced or gimmicky, and it almost always brought a smile to my face. The printable origami templates is another really great touch. Media Molecule is quickly becoming one of my favorite exclusive developers in Sony's arsenal because they're willing to try different things, think outside the box, and overall just take chances. While this is a super easy recommend for anyone with a Vita, it's kind of hard to say whether or not you should race out and pick up the system just for this game because it is a little bit on the short side. That said, this is a game that you absolutely need to play because it's really super fun. For the full written review, which includes a lot more information on the game, hit up projectcoe.com.